state of pro wrestling tonight. New Year's Eve, it's the Petey party. New Year's Eve edition. So excited.
2023, 2024, we're here.
Tonight's guest, who else would we have at the Petey party but downtown Petey Brown himself? Thanks for joining us, Petey.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here at the State of Pro Wrestling. We're ready to throw down last party of 2023. Happy to do it with you.
Ooh, New Year's, it's getting close, and excited to count it down with you.
It's ticking. That's a tick clock dance.
Fans.
I'm a little limited on what I can do for dances, but that's the tick dance.
We are. Tonight, we're going to take a little bit of dance lessons. Downtown Petey Brown himself, known for tearing up those dance floors of downtown Minneapolis. No gimmicks. He's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Grateful to have you here with us. Let's looking back on 2023, what were some of your favorite moments?
Man, what are some of my favorite moments? I debuted, or I returned to Midwest All-Star Wrestling. That was really funny back in that fold. Got to wrestle some young new talents. So that was a lot of fun. It's always fun to be in the stomping grounds. One of my best friends was there at one of the shows, so that was very cool too. So it was definitely a good time. And being part of a Grand Slam, man, it was packed wall to wall. I got to do the hey ho in front of so many people. So that was really cool. I won the AWF TV title. I lost the AWF TV title. I won the AWF TV title. I lost the AWF TV title. So I'm titleless right now. But I had some good times at AWF. Of course, the system came back in AWF, my arch rival. I was the reason why he was gone. He was a tyrannical general manager, then found some way to schnive or caloodle or whatever made up word, sneak his way back in. That's, I guess, the layman's term of saying it. And he cost me the title. So I got it back from him, but then he cost me again. And yeah, you can see my hair. That's something that changed in 2023. And no more man bun. No more man bun, downtown man bun Brown. Thanks to the system, the program, JJ Rogue. They shaved me in the ring. So that was interesting. But I don't mind this new haircut. I'm way past doing a haircut. I got one scheduled here this week. So glad to finally get that. I usually like the fade on the sides. Feel a little weird without that. But I mean, in a year in review, it was a pretty good year. We stayed relatively healthy. Was a lot of fun. Can't complain. I wish there was a title around my waist right now. I do have in the background a fantasy football title, if that counts. It's a dynasty belt. Right now we're in the dynasty playoffs. Say a prayer, a wish for me that I win 2 years in a row. Let's go.
Back to back.
Back to back.
This could be his year.
This could be it. My year for the second time. Let's go.
It was probably my biggest regret of the year was when I walked into AWF. It was that exact moment they were starting to shave your head, and I still had my little Road Warrior Hawk thing going on, and I was like, my biggest regret was not getting a picture with you with kind of yin and yang with our hair,
We could have. Yeah, that's how they started it. And then funny story, we were in the parking lot and people took turns shaving my head because it was super uneven, and I was like, if someone had another buzzer, so it was just all right. I'm like, can I borrow it? And they're like, yeah. So I put a guard on it, and everyone took a turn, and a couple people were like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm like, yes. Yeah, look, it's got a guard on it, just buzz it away. So I got to see, even out of a bad situation, you can always find a party, something fun to do, something to bring smiles on people's faces. So it's the way I live.
That's why we love you, man. Always bringing the fun to any situation. That's life, man. You can either get mad and sad about it, or just keep vibing and dancing with it. I think the first time we crossed paths was that Dancing in the Rain article where you were wrestling at a baseball field that started downpouring, and seeing these photos of you just making the most of it and having fun and running the bases in the rain, man. That'll always forever stick with me.
I'm glad I can make that a moment. And I made a post. It's kind of doing a wrap up because I'm going on year 8. So the last week, I think 6th of January, that was my year, or the anniversary. So my first match was up in Canada against Tyler Colton at Danny Duggan's promotion, CWE. So I'm still generous for all that Danny Duggan's done for me in my career. So definitely shout out to him. But yeah, so I'm going on year 8. So I wanted to just kind of reflect, and I was just, because I've been off for a month.
Okay.
I had a minor surgery, went as well as it could. Super happy and thankful.
Nice.
Thanks for that. So I'm actually good to go. I'm back in the gym. My first date is back at MIW. Excited to be back the first weekend in January. So I'm good to go on that. So it was a month. This month was really fun to just kind of look back at my career, and that to circle back around. The first photo I put what to sum up year one. I guess I could have put my first match, but I put myself. I was in the rain in the chair. I was doing like a dance in the chair after the match.
Yeah.
So I was like,
maybe we could work that one into tonight a little bit,
Yeah, I think I was going like leaning back like this and doing like the Macho Man, like whatever, the rock and roll. I guess not rock and roll. Isn't it I Love You? I don't even know what this or like what's up.
Yeah, that one's I Love You.
Yeah, like whole
Love Satan. No, that's NWO. That's NWO.
Yeah, this is
everybody thinks I'm a devil worshiper, but we're just too sweet, damn it.
We're too sweet in everybody.
Or what did Chaz say? It's llamas kissing, I think, in sign language. No.
That makes a lot of sense too. And if you oh man, it's hard to do it like on a webcam. Almost looks like or a dog. I'm a talking dog.
we can't have any gang signs on here though.
Okay, no. The dog. I would be a part of that gang compared to the doggy.
The dogs.
Oh,
Petey, what's some music or that you've been jamming to lately, or maybe a musician, artist, singer that's strike your attention?
I love rock. I love alternative. Love EDM, rap, hip hop, stuff like that. But some of the top, so I'm not on Spotify. I'm not like the cool kids. I'm on YouTube Music. I'm a huge.
Okay.
I work in social media, so I'm on YouTube all the time for ideas. But also, I love to consume my media like that, like watching comedians or wrestling, or I'm big into Star Wars and Marvel and video games. So YouTube's like the best channel. It's like imagine a channel made just for you. It's there. So my YouTube recap, my number one artist, I should give you that. The Struts. I don't know if you ever heard the Struts. They're my favorite rock band.
So they check them out.
They've done like Could Have Been Me. I think that's like the big one. WWE's used it a couple times. I think NXT used it.
All right.
They've had a couple songs in WWE that wrestling fans know, but yeah, they're super underrated. They're the lead singer is kind of a lot like Freddie Mercury, kind of like that kind of vibe. He's just like a throwback rock star. It's really cool. Who else do I like? Man, I love The Weeknd. I'm trying to think. I need to pull it up again, but we're on my phone right now.
What's been the hottest song in downtown Minneapolis clubs in 2023, or a couple songs?
Oh man, what are the? I think
it doesn't even have to be one that you like. Just one that they're pumping out all the most played song in downtown Minneapolis.
I've noticed over like the past like couple years, like Latin music and Spanish music's like taking over, and people getting like lit. So like they throw on some Bad Bunny, like people just get like lit. And, like I know like some of it, but I'm not like super bilingual. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. I did terribly. That was probably one of my worst classes. I think it's like it has a good beat, do a little tango to it. So I'd say like Spanish music's making a huge hit, and like they have Spanish nights and they're always packed. There was one at the Poorhouse a couple months ago we went to. So yeah, I'd say Spanish music. It's taken over, and I don't mind.
Nice. Is there any perhaps a small town bar or dance floor out there somewhere that you got to tear up this year that you were surprised that you were like, hey, for a small town, this place has got it going on?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. I probably forgot the names because party. I mean, I go back to probably like once a year. I go back to my hometown of Cannon Falls. The two bars, only one that really is a dance floor is called Brewster's, and one called Chuggers. Kind of dive bars in their own ways. But Brewster sometimes has a dance floor going. But I mean, at some of these AWF shows, we are just like in the middle of nowhere, a town that's like less than 1,000. Yeah, but some of them still have dance floors. I remember our last AWF show, we took over the Touch Tunes. We were jamming. I was taking song requests. Like Paul Verk was like play some Drake. Jossie like had some ASAP Rocky or something like that. But it was a great crew of guys, and like that's my thing. I mean, it's for me because I don't want to hear country music. It's usually country music in small towns. Not that country music is bad, but I don't turn up to it, and like the group. So I used to be a DJ in college, so I just put my DJ hat or my DJ headphones on, and I always like take up a touch tune. So I easily spend like $40 doing touch. It's like I could pretty much spend my whole like merch money on touch tunes if we stayed the whole night. Because I feel like with parties, for me, if the music isn't good, you're just like, I don't feel it. But if the music's great, you got the people you like, nothing can touch it. Like, doesn't matter if you're in, downtown Minneapolis, doesn't matter if you're in Wyoming. It's a lit time.
Right. Is that feeling the room, checking the room, feeling that vibe? That's awesome, man. Great to hear.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I love that AWF crew. I got to go out this last fall with Stonehenge quite a bit, kind of help them out on the road, and it's cool to see. Like, after the shows, they would do a lot of those little official after parties, which I really liked. They had, DJ was there, and a lot of the wrestlers would turn up as well, just to check out the scene and see what they were doing. Kyle Pro was there. It was cool to see Kyle in the element. Is that one of your shows coming up? Is that AWF?
Yep, I've got AWF on the 13th. The date, it's been a long day. The date has escaped me, but it is the second weekend.
Right. Yeah, I believe it is the 13th.
13th, yeah. Second week. I got the date right. I know my schedule so far. I got
It's a pretty wild night here. It's New Year's Eve, man. You're forgiven. You're forgiven here on New Year's Eve.
We're right in the thick of things. This is like, I don't like, streamers are flying. I'm having flashbacks of great parties. It's hard to stay focused. That's why I'm so excited that I'm talking so much. I got MIW to kick it off. I know that one's in Chanhassen. Always a rocking good time there. AWF the 13th, somewhere in Minnesota, somewhere probably at a high school gym. It'll be fun. Let's party.
Cool, and we'll throw the links and everything below for the fans.
We'll throw it in there. The next weekend, because I don't have a calendar in front of me, I'm at Ironheart Pro.
Nice.
Savage, Minnesota. I forgot the venue because I don't have anything in front of me. So it's reminding me, or if this is off of memory, just me trying to remind myself. And then the last weekend, I will be at Midwest All-Star Wrestling in Faribault. So,
all right.
That is where you can find me in January. I will have it all up on my fan page, though.
Packed, man. Every weekend, staying busy already here. Heading into 2024. What's some personal goals or things that you're looking forward to here coming up tomorrow and the next 364 days after that for 2024?
Yeah, 2024 goals. So 2023 was like a huge year for me. Like, it's like a good and bad thing. I stepped down as the AWF, helping manage shows. So definitely miss being a part of that, but it's also opened up opportunities in my life. And some of those opportunities like actually let me live a life instead of juggling like 3 jobs. So I got engaged, and right now I'm in my new house. So that's sick. So that was 2 cool things that happened this year, and thank you. So I'm very 2023, and it's made a lot of good life changes. Working with a trainer, made some other good habits too. So super excited. Changed my mind about a lot of things, and just grew. So home in 2024. What do I want? Maybe I might get a little bit spicy in the ring. Switch things up a little bit. Just let's see what happens. But I'm just saying. Let's just see what happens. But a lot of things. Taking a month off has made me think about a lot of things differently about the Minnesota wrestling scene, and what's my spot in it. So that's all I'll say there. Personal goals, I want to continue to do well at my job. So I work for Minnesota Timberwolves, do social media for T-Wolves Gaming. If you have not followed T-Wolves Gaming, make that content. So please follow it. We really appreciate T-Wolves. So it's T-Wolves Gaming. So we're on everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, even Threads, if that's still a thing in 2024. So maybe get married this year. So hopefully get married. That's the goal. We're planning that right now. So that's another big life change. Just spend time fixing up the house, wrestling every weekend, hopefully. Just having fun and growing into a bigger, better party boy. Prince Party. Something like that. How about you? Well,
awesome. Congratulations, man, on everything. That's very cool to hear. Very exciting. 2024, just very excited to continue to move forward and continue to climb. Got some deals. I don't know if I can talk too much about what's going on, but Yeah, just very excited about content creation and really just taking things to the next level. And then one thing personally I want to do with the brand is just focus on other creators and shine the spotlight on other creators, other interviewers, photographers, videographers, whoever, like content creators, just really like build an army of like-minded people. It's been cool to get out there and meet people across the country that are kind of, every corner of the globe they're doing this, pro wrestling, these indie shows everywhere. It's beautiful to see the scene, and just try to get out there more next year for sure.
That's how you win. You're on the winner's mindset. I hate saying it, I don't want to sound like a sales guy. No, but seriously, I feel like as a strong belief, like I'm in a very like stoic values and stuff, but outside of my partying when I'm like in my inner zen. So I feel like being able to have no ego about things, collaborate, learn from each other, pump each other up. That's how we all win. It's just all that little itty bitty, crud that gets in the way and that dumb drama. Like 5 years from now, all that dumb drama never leads up to anything. And then 5 years from now, you're like, man, I was such an idiot for doing that. So I always try to like place things in that in my head. So being able to work with everybody and being able to just not have an ego about it, life's just better.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a great this last year with Daniel. I think that was my main thing. That was like, man, like, look at how much just two people coming together, creative minds, just kind of throwing ideas back and forth on Messenger or whatever. Look at how much we've both just uplifted each other. And
It's helps so much to have another person to like work off of. It just it gives you energy. Like it feeds your passion, and you're just like, yes, I'm not alone. Because a lot of times, like us creatives, that sounds really like dorky or whatever to say. But like when you have that creative juices going all the time, and just in your head going, you can almost go crazy. Even you're having a great time, thinking of ideas, you can almost go insane. But then you can put it on paper or text. There's a couple people I just messaged on Facebook. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm bothering you. I'm just like you can tell oh these ideas suck, but I'm gonna like message you these ideas so I don't lose them, and then so I get like so I'm not in my own echo chamber. Like these are all great ideas, and you're like maybe that one not so much, but
absolutely, man. Very cool. Very cool. What are some of your other creative outlets outside of wrestling? You said
yeah,
you do some like social media work there for your gig, but like
yeah.
outside of that as well, I guess.
I would say definitely my gig. Like that's what I used to work in sales, and like I had some good times, made some decent money, so that was fun. But like the whole not being creative, I guess you can be creative in certain ways, like how you talk to people in sales. But being able to actually create content is like what I do, and be able to strategize like marketing messages, working especially in the sports realm, which I get to do. I'm so blessed and happy to be a part of that because it's cool to tell sports stories. I'm a huge sports fan. I love the NFL. I love the NBA. Obviously, I love pro wrestling. So to work in that really, my eyes are always open for new ideas. So that really takes a lot of my creative juices, like between like wrestling. I used to run AWFs too at the same time as T was, and I'd run downtown PD Browns. Obviously, I don't have someone running that. That's me in my own social media. So it was so much. That was another like relief that I'm not having to manage another social media account. That was almost most of it. I feel like you can tell stories on social media, make the events so much bigger, and I feel like everyone's on social media. Not that postering, that's super important, and ads, but social media is really what connects with people, so to get people to events. So that was a whole job in itself, so I'm glad to have a little off my plate so I can focus more on work, because I do love my job and I want to give it everything I can. And then also my personal account, which I'll admit I've been lacking. So in 2024 I'm trying to hopefully boost some of my social media. I feel like there's a little shoot here, so sorry if you want or trigger warning for shooting.
Go ahead.
Even though I feel like it's lacking, I feel like I could do better than 90% of the wrestlers in Minnesota for like social media. Like, take out a phone, like literally do this and then just talk, or put it in a stand, or do even like now you see like the quality here. You can literally just prop your phone up and do it, and I feel like maybe it's a two-way street. Maybe promoters need to incentivize people to do promos more. So maybe there's that. Like maybe even just pay them an extra $5 or $10, or
Great.
letting spot in the card, or maybe getting influence over who they get to work or something like that. Um, but wrestlers need to take the initiative to do it, because just I see other states do it. It's just in the Midwest. I don't see a lot of like super creative social media people, and I get it. It's really tough because you got your work, you got your wrestling, you're working out, things like that. But I think being able to tell, even if you only get like 30 views on it, like maybe even if that one post like got a person there, that's like $15 into the promoter's hand. So even just one person, you converted one person to go. So that's my challenge, everybody in 2024 is stop with your social media game because it makes it more interesting. And honestly, shoot on each other, have fun. Like that's thing with the ego thing. Like let's like work together and like talk crap. Let's like make it interesting. Let's take reality into it. So I'm down. If anybody ever wants to shoot with me on social media or shoot on me on promos, I'm game. Let's go.
There we go, man. I love that. I love that. Great points, man. I'm a huge fan of like the characters and personalities. Some of my favorite wrestlers, such as yourself, man. There's just a lot more to it. It's not just Sam Johnson. I got my kick pads and my underwear on, and I am a good wrestler. I'm going to be a better wrestler tonight than you. And I'm in my car and the VFW on Friday. It seems less important with the shit, like yeah, so many great talents out here too, and just that mic time. It's like if they put in a promo for each, a lot of the guys like yourself are working every weekend. It's like, God, after a year, you've got 50 promos that you've done, and now you've got 50 promos worth of experience that you've gotten better each time, and watch yourself back. And yeah, dude, I would love that. That'd be a great, maybe work something and do like a promo or like a freestyle battle, but a promo battle.
I mean, yeah,
I think they've done something like that.
Maybe.
Fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I challenge people to do it because I know when people do it, like I'm sure they have fun with it. They take pride in it. And something to look back on too, like when you're older. I mean, like,
right.
Everyone's gonna make WWE, not everybody's gonna have like a bunch of content, just stacked up they can show their grandchildren or even just look back themselves. So having these promos too, it's kind of like captures a certain point in time. And you can also see growth, and it also like helps your in-ring promos, helps your confidence, helps you find what character you are too. Like, like it actually like allows you to, self explore your character a little bit more. So, I like that. So,
yeah, I'm a huge fan too. I think some of my favorite wrestlers this past year have been, huge character promo guys like Ricky Norin or Cho has done some like really unique to be able to pull off that horror stuff and be believable at the same time is so difficult.
Cho is so good at those promos. I'd say like the top guys are like Corbin. Corbin's like in a league. Corbin's like, yeah, he's like top tier on that. And like even made a Patreon. I saw he just opened up a cameo. Go get a cameo from Corbin. That's sick. Ricky Norin his character work is insane. His promos are insane. How he reinvented himself and how he, and just how he grew and like he had to work super hard to do it too. A lot of people didn't want him to have spots, and he didn't care, and he made it happen. So I have so much respect for him. Cho just coming in and like I'll call it the younger guys. I barely see any younger guy promos. Cho is just like, hey guys, I know Cho. I shouldn't say he's a younger guy too, because he was at the academy for a long time before he debuted. So he has the experience, but he just gets it. He gets the character work. He gets putting his personality into it, and it's like it's really cool because he does have like a condition and he uses that, he takes pride in that, and he like uses it as like a boost of confidence. So yeah, I have a heck of a lot of respect for him.
Awesome. Let's see. Talking about flashing back, one of my favorite moments from 2023 was the State of Pro Wrestling Live show that we threw in Bellevue.
Yes.
One of my favorite matches that night was yourself downtown, Petey Brown versus The Problem, Paul Vert. Can you kind of, looking back on it now, any thoughts?
That was a fun match. Yeah, open the show. Always one of my favorite spots. Get the party started, get the people hyped. But doing that and then also coinciding with the week of my birthday. So I brought up my favorite treat, zebra cakes. If you guys ever want, I try to keep sweets out of my house, but if you guys ever want to give me a treat at a show, zebra cake is the way to go. Zebra cake. That's it. Yeah, but I was going to say, I recently had zebra cakes with ice cream. Out of this world. It's so good. Just maybe microwave the zebra cake for like 15 seconds. Ice cream, bam, so good. Anyways, so I had zebra cakes. Paul did not like zebra cakes. Paul didn't like his hat, even though I put on him. I think he's had a great shape of a head for the hat. But yeah, it was a brutal match. He speared me, nearly broke my rib. Tossed me around. That dude, he's a big dude. He's deceptive. He doesn't look like, because he's tall and not like big, but he has muscle. He's a big dude. So being off of my birthday week, so I was probably already, a little bit and, suffering a little bit, not 100%. So I had that going against me, but somehow, some way I pulled out the win against Paul. And, he's a former MAW champion, so he's a top tier talent.
Yeah, it was a great match. Really excited to release those videos, put those matches out here coming into 2024 as well. And looking at booking another Bellevue show out there, something in southern Minnesota.
Let's go.
If there was an opponent or somebody you'd like to mix it up with, or maybe get back in there with Paul again, who would you like to face?
So one single person?
You could do like a top 10 list or whatever you'd like to do with it.
I'll throw a couple names. One of my favorite people at work, because I learn something new every time, Darren Corbin. That would be great. If we're talking about just Minnesota guys, but I mean, if we're talking about Midwest guys, I'd say the top two people I love to work would be Darren Corbin or Joey Avalon. Both guys are like two of my favorite wrestlers, amazing characters, just amazing at what they do. I don't know why, and they're both like signed. They're like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn or something like that. But those are my top two guys that I love to work.
Absolutely, man. To see those two just continue. That was our first interview we ever did. Was an audio interview with Corbin, and to hear him like talking about evolving your character and to see how much he's evolved and changed throughout the years. Same with Joey. We were just looking at a picture on social media yesterday. They had the Duke jersey from like one of his early matches 20 years ago, and he was wearing the same Duke jersey and just totally like reinvented himself. You think like, and life is so over after your early 20s, and now, being older, looking back, it's like, God, we're just starting to come into our prime now, like
both of those guys. Yeah. It's like both those guys have changed. Both those guys are two like skinny dudes, like kind of just like, hey, East.
I don't have it. I was gonna pull it out. I joined Corbin's Patreon quite a while ago, and he sent me one of his first 8x10s. Where he's just
See, look at Corbin's Patreon is like throwing gems. Go subscribe.
Oh yeah, very cool, very cool. Petey, before we do this final countdown, it's getting pretty close to midnight here, and I appreciate you taking this time. I'm sure you got better places, dance parties to go to as well here.
Had to take a break with you, man.
Can you teach us maybe a few? Let me cut the light. Let me get some lighting and some clothes and get stretched out, and maybe you can show the fans at home a few moves. Because not all of us are blessed like downtown Petey Brown. I'm maybe this year, maybe that could be our thing. Maybe you could take me out around downtown, show me the clubs.
Oh, you got it.
All right. It's getting there.
You can feel the energy coming up. The vibes hitting the room.
All right.
Uh-oh, here we go.
All right, I'm ready.
Rock.
Let's do this.
So we're both in office chairs, right? Big thing about dancing is you got to know the right dance for the right situation. So we're going to do the roll back, roll up.
All right.
Lean back, roll back, hop,
right.
Roll back, hop, and then you roll up. Oh, then you roll back, then you roll up. So you got the roll back, roll down, roll down. So you got to roll back, roll down, roll down. And, I mean, if you want to even bust it up here, you can. It's almost like a fist pump, alternating fist pump. Like,
I like that. Even I could do that one. I thought I was going to screw it up.
Guess what? It looks a lot better when there's music. When there's extra music going, but we don't want to get a copyright strike. We know the lawyers are coming after us, so.
YouTube, let us use music that we don't have the rights to, all right?
Come on.
And stop advertising. We're not going to buy any of that crap that you play in between the songs. I told you I'm broke, okay?
That is one subscription I have, YouTube Red. It is awesome.
Nice. I need to stop being such a cheap bastard.
I blame you. If you had to have one, if you had Netflix, Max, whatever, Hulu, do YouTube Red. It's my favorite one.
Someday, hope 2024, hopefully be our year. We can make that revenue off of some of this.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, we're gonna do the countdown here. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, doggies! Yeah, roll back, roll back, roll up, roll up. Do the roll back, roll back, roll up, roll up. Hey, here we go. New Year, make it happen.
State of Pro Wrestling getting down with a downtown Petey Brown. They know us all over town. Tearing up Minneapolis now. Petey, I want to thank you for joining us. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful New Year. Petey Party, New Year's edition. I would say it was a success. What did you think?
It was good. I thought that was fun.
Awesome, man. Petey, thanks for taking some time out of us, especially on a night like tonight and New Year's Eve. Woo! Happy New Year, everybody.
Let's go. Have a good 2024.
Yeah. Take care, Petey. We'll see you out there.